I'm like, what is going on? All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's try this again. It's nuts. It's nuts. Either way, man. Yeah, that's wild. I don't even know what happened. But yeah, then on tonight's big debate tonight, Avengers Endgame still dominates when it comes to popularity. According to Forbes magazine, is it because it's just so well made, or did Marvel peak and we just keep chasing that high? You know what I'm saying? Like it's that last hit. We just keep chasing that high like it's that last hit, man. So sit tight, chat y'all, get ready, get your snacks ready. At done, we ride. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get right into it. Let's jump into the Stankonia. Jump into the Stankonia. Stankonia. Yeah, man. Stankonia. OutKast reload 25 years worth, man, with new extras on it. New extras. Hey, and if man, y'all don't even know how OutKast really like shaped my life. Like it's a couple of artists. It's some music that like really, and I don't know if y'all are the same way, but y'all have that music that just really shaped y'all, especially like y'all adolescence up until when you know what I'm saying, get older, things of that nature. Out OutKast played a big part of like my upbringing from what middle school all the way up until I like graduated. Hell, nah, more than that. Up until like I was grown, you know what I'm saying, in the military, married, things of that nature. So I gotta give them nothing but props. The greatest hip hop group of all time, man. If not one of the greatest musical acts of all time. We are talking OutKast, the mighty, mighty O, man. So while Legions of Children will be done in their best costumes on October 31st for Halloween next month, OutKast will be delivering another kind of treat, a 25th anniversary deluxe. Come on, man. It's a 3 LP set, man. Purple marble vinyl, new cover art by Andre, 3 stacks, 3K in the building, bonus tracks, remixes, unreleased B-sides, merchandise, and a pair of bundles are part of it. I got the pre-order, man. I got the pre-order. It's crazy. I got the pre-order. I got to get down on that, man. The highly celebrated LP cemented members Big Boy and Andre 3000 as hip hop's official mad scientists as they combined a hodgepodge of sounds and influences like blues, gospel, rave, and funk. Stankonia was also the follow up to 1998's Equimini, that album that showed the Atlanta duo leaning into their respective group roles. Big Boy being the wise space age street prophet, and Andre, the eclectic poet who seemed to travel to other dimensions in between albums and head straight to the studio upon his return. I like how they said that. These boys, man, and we always have the who's better, Big Boy, Andre. I'm gonna tell you, Big Boy, don't sleep on Daddy Fat Sacks, man. Do not sleep on Big Boy. Big, and the crazy thing is they complement each other, right? They really do complement each other, but you cannot sleep on Big Boy. Dude, I think I don't even want to say 1A, 1B. I just think they are both great. I think they both great. You know what I'm saying? We love Dre. Dre is my favorite out of the group, but man, don't sleep on Big Boy. We got bonus tracks and artwork. So to celebrate Stankonia's anniversary, the reissue will include 3 vinyl records, new artwork crafted by Andre 3000, a gatefold album cover, never before seen photos from Stankonia's promotional days, and a glow in the dark poster will also be included. So they giving y'all the works for this stuff, man. OutKast 25. Let me pause that because you know what I'm saying, they hit me with the copyright strike. Hit me with the copyright strike. Plus some bonus tracks would include Speedballing, which was first heard on the 2001 soundtrack for the action film Lara Croft Tomb Raider. Sunday morning makes me feel so godly. Ooh, they bringing that back, which features Goody Mob and remixes Stankonia's first single B.O.B. The anniversary edition will be ready for purchase on October 31st, but fans can pre-order it now and begin buying specially made merchandise starting on October the 2nd. If y'all don't know about that Soul Sunday was on the we were just talking about the movie last night, man. With Willie Beeman. Why I can't think of the damn movie? And LL Cool J. I had to come to me. But that's what soundtrack it was on. So OutKast wanted to rebel against rap norms in 2000 without a question. Some Stankonia songs are now considered OutKast staples, such as Miss Jackson, B.O.B. But in 2001 interview, Andre said he had no idea how the music would be received since it was way outside of rap's musical norms at the time. It was clear in that conversation that he and Big felt rap had reached the place of over commercialization and creativity had reached a low point. I need them boys back out now, man, because I feel that way now. Well, let me not say that. It's some good music out, but I do think it's an over commercialization. Hope I'm saying that right. Over commercialization of hip hop right now. Because this goes back to the whole we didn't get a summer song and oh, we're missing Drake and this, that, and the third. And it's like, nah, man, y'all just have been programmed. That's it, any given Sunday. Y'all have just been programmed to think that y'all miss Drake. Y'all don't miss Drake. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want a song that's dope, and he been giving y'all so much blandness or vanilla. Drake like the iPhone. Hate to say it, I know it's a lot of Apple iPhone users, but Drake is like the iPhone. Every year, he gonna give you the same thing. Same thing. So we need some creativity, man. We need some out of the box thinking. That's why he took the whipping from K Dot. Because it was just so easy to beat up on him because he's just so vanilla. He's so predictable. It's come on, man. Come on, man. He goes on to say something is going to have to happen because right now I feel like personally it's kind of like a real commercial state. Andre told Australian radio host Rosie Beaton on the station Triple J. Something new got to come though. Something to get back to the heart, he added. We knew we wanted to sound like a rebel sound. We wanted to be kind of like a rebellion against what hip hop was doing at the time. That's why I think the album sounds so different from what was going on. So this re-release will be released on Legacy Recordings. I don't know who they are, but salute to them. And pre-orders can be purchased on their website. So yeah, man, if you want to pre-order this OutKast Stankonia 25th anniversary, please do. Go out and support the Mighty O, the greatest hip-hop group of all time. I will be pre-ordering. I will be getting the vinyl and all the goodies that come with it because it's the way we got to support now, man. Streaming ain't enough. If you got a particular artist, streaming ain't enough. Support. They got a fan club, support it. If they putting out merch, support it. Reissuing these vinyls or CDs or DVDs, support. That's the only way, man. That's the only way. Streaming ain't gonna cut it. Pennies on the dollar like that is not gonna. Hell, not even pennies. Not full pennies. Not even full pennies, man. Not even full pennies. So yeah, that's the way you got to support, man. So yeah, it's been 25 years. It's crazy that it's been 25 years already, man. 25 years. This album is old enough to officially rent a car. 25 years, man. And this one of them albums that, you know, as we was just reading, it changed the game. Miss Jackson, B.O.B. Come on, man. The sleepers. It was a lot of sleep. This album got so many sleepers that could be singles or B-sides that could be singles. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm talking about. You know, yeah. So it get me a little hype, man. Get me a little hype. So yeah. Y'all buying this deluxe? Are y'all buying this deluxe or is streaming enough for y'all? Y'all let me know in the comments down below. Let's keep this thing cracking. Up next, let's get into this little Jimmy Kimmel. Let's get into some Jimmy Kimmel, man. You know, get into some Jimmy Kimmel. Nexstar. So, you know, it's the ongoing saga with Jimmy Kimmel as of right now. Nexstar Media Group is joining with Sinclair, and they will try to continue to preempt to prevent Jimmy Kimmel Live and not have it shown on its ABC affiliate stations. And this is even after Disney has lifted the show's suspension. they still trying to impede on this. You know what I'm saying? This it's impeding on Jimmy Fallon's First Amendment rights. And then if you want to look at a corporation having First Amendment rights, to me, it's impeding on Disney's First Amendment rights. Because see, there's a separation that a lot of people ain't talking about. There's the Disney boycott that happened, and I totally understand. I'm fine with it, cool with it. But then there's the Nexstar Media Group, and then there's Sinclair. And see, these companies is how you get to see it on linear TV, on broadcast TV. They're the ones who own the airwaves in whatever region you're in. Nexstar, I think, owns 37%. Sinclair owns, I don't even know how much, but them combined is enough to where half of the country will not be able to watch Jimmy Fallon. And that just can't ride, man. They claim that this concern is over respectful dialogue. Jimmy Kimmel been up there being disrespectful or not the nicest when talking about, in jest, but anybody can take it as disrespect. Now all of a sudden it's respectful dialogue. He needs to have respectful dialogue. On the ABC affiliates, Nexstar, and I think Nexstar I don't think they stop with ABC. I think they own other networks and things of that nature too. So you let Fox, I don't know if Nexstar owns any Fox news corporate, you know what I'm saying, news affiliates or anything like that, but we talking that's what we at now, respectability politics. Respectful dialogue. That's the hill you want to die on when it comes to this situation. That's crazy to me, man. Let's get into this article from Deadline. Coming to the stage. Let's get into this article from Deadline, man. Get this off of here. Says Nexstar station will join Sinclair in preempting Jimmy Kimmel when host returns to ABC tonight. Nexstar said it will continue to preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live, meaning that the late night host return on Tuesday night won't have carriage in nearly a quarter of ABC's affiliate reach. In statement, Nexstar, we made a decision last week to preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live following the ABC referred to Mr. Kimmel's ill-timed, insensitive comments at a crucial time in our nation's discourse. We stand by that decision pending assurance that all parties are committed to fostering an environment of respectful, constructive dialogue in the markets we serve. In the meantime, we note that Jimmy Kimmel Live will be available nationwide on multiple Disney-owned streaming products, while our stations will focus on continuing to produce local news and other programming relevant to their respective markets. So basically, what they're saying is, Disney, yeah, you can, we're not in control of what you do. If you want to stream it, by all means, stream that shit. But we're not going to show it on our broadcast stations. We're just going to run the news. We're just going to run local news. We're not going to show that because he don't have respectful and constructive dialogue. The comedian Jimmy Kimmel does not have respectful and constructive dialogue, and he's not fostering that environment. A Nexstar spokesperson said that most of the stations will be airing an expanded local newscast. Sinclair Broadcast Group, which holds the largest number of ABC affiliates, you see where we're going here? They double teaming. They getting together. This is the stuff that we really need to be speaking about. Us as YouTubers, right? Because we got the FCC, which is in charge of, they're in charge of I don't think FCC is on YouTube or the internet, but I do think it's what it is. The FTC, I want to say, is the other ruling entity. And they both can be bought based on whoever's in office. These are the things that we really need to highlight. That's why I'm taking the time out right now to really highlight this. I want to use cuss words, but we're on YouTube and I don't want to be demonetized, but it's fucked up. I'm gonna just say it's fucked up. So the Walt Disney Company announced earlier in the day that Kimmel will return to air on Tuesday after pulling the show indefinitely last week. That came amid a furor on the right over a remark Kimmel made about MAGA's characterization of the suspect in the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And he wasn't wrong in that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he just took a moment of time from how Trump was acting, and that's all he reacted to. So I don't know why this was such a big deal. Shouldn't be a big deal anyway, but I don't know why this was such a big deal. So the chairman of FCC, Brandon Carr, appeared on the podcast on Wednesday and warned ABC and the stations of repercussions. Damn. Hours later, Nexstar announced that it was pulling Kimmel, and the network soon after said that the late night talk show was being taken off the air indefinitely. Said, but due to the decision to pull Kimmel, it triggered a backlash with Barack Obama and former Walt Disney CEO Michael Eisner, among those calling out what they saw as corporate capitulation to a threat coming from a Trump administration figure. Even Senator Ted Cruz, who chairs the Senate committee that oversees the FCC, said that Carr's comments were like those of a mafia boss. A mafia. So even Ted, and if y'all know anything, y'all know Ted Cruz, how he get down. Even Ted Cruz is out here like, nah, bro. Nah, man, we just out here looking sad. Now, you can't be doing that. Ted Cruz is telling you can't be doing that. You know you on the wrong side. Said Nexstar also faced criticism that it was attempted to get into good graces with Carr at the time when it was seeking a merger with another large station group, Tegna. Tegna was trash. Tegna, they're the ones who pulled NBC during like the height of football. It was NBC. It was somebody. Football. Was it the height of football? College football. No, CBS. So yeah, they was partners with I think they got Paramount. And they pulled everything off of that because they was negotiating a deal. So you couldn't watch football. You couldn't watch college football. So that transactions need FCC approval. Nexstar has been championing a rule change at FCC that would pave the way for the transaction, as well as the consolidation of other broadcast companies. They want the FCC to repeal a rule that limits any one company from owning stations that reach more than 39% of U.S. households. You see what they're trying to do? So basically, the reason why that rule is in place is so they can't impede, or it's hard for them to impede on freedom of speech. I'll put it that way. Right? So 39% of households, that's not all households. So if you don't like something, and let's just say, you know what I'm saying, you want to, which is what they're doing with Jimmy Kimmel, it's not affecting the other 61%. It's not affecting the other 61%. But see, they want to own it all. That way, if something like this happens, imagine if they own 51%, 60%, which is what they're trying to do with this merger with Tegna, and then they already in bed with Sinclair. They have the whole damn, you know what I'm saying, United States on lock. Swaying running commercials and ads and stuff. Think about stuff like that when it comes to election time. Local stations running ads for their local governments and things of that nature. If Nexstar, if Sinclair, if Tegna don't like the candidate, they don't have to run the ads. Especially if they own 61%, 70%. Imagine that. 70% of households not seeing these commercials or not getting a broad view of things because they're just skewing it one way. We can't have that. That's why you have to speak out on stuff like this, man. So later last week, Nexstar issued a statement saying the decision to preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live was made unilaterally by the senior executive team at Nexstar. They had no communication with FCC or any government agency prior to making that decision. So they made the decision without even checking with the rule. They said, man, fuck that rule, man. We gonna do what we want to do. So, but in his comments on Benny Johnson's podcast, Carr essentially provided a roadmap for the stations could do to handle the fallout for Jimmy Kimmel's remarks, suggesting that they otherwise are facing fines or even broadcast license revocation. Carr said that it's time that a lot of these licensed broadcasters themselves push back on Comcast and Disney and say, listen, we're going to preempt. We're not going to run Kimmel anymore. And so you straighten this out because we licensed broadcasters are running into the possibility of fines or license revocation from the FCC if we continue to run content that ends up being a pattern of news distortion. Do y'all see the game that they trying to play? Do y'all see the game they're trying to play? Nexstar is the largest station group in the country with 32 ABC affiliates. Sinclair owns or controls more than 36 ABC affiliates. Nexstar and Sinclair together represented almost 1/4 of ABC's reach to U.S. households. Nexstar's ABC affiliates are in major markets include Nashville, Salt Lake City, New Orleans, mid-sized cities such as Sioux City, Lubbock, Texas, and Knoxville, Tennessee. So yeah, man, speak out on this. Yeah, boycott. I guess you got to boycott your local ABC broadcast stations now, man. Because this now is not Disney's doing. Now this is Nexstar. This is Sinclair. This is Tegna. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is that. A respectful making a claim over respectful dialogue is crazy. When we got Donald Trump as the president of the United States, we talking about respectful dialogue. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. That's crazy. So let me ask you, do y'all think Jimmy Kimmel handled it wrong, or do you think the stations are scared of losing viewers when things get real? Because that's kind of what they're trying to, we might get fined. Man, y'all are in bed with the FCC. Who fining you? Well, I guess they would get fined because it goes against the administration that's in office right now. The current administration. And if that's not an infringement of First Amendment, I don't know what is. Government ain't supposed to be able to do stuff like that. But yeah, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know, man. Let's keep this thing moving, man. Let's hop into this Spider-Man Brand New Day casting. Let's hop into the Spider-Man Brand New Day casting. Now, my homie, Crondon, one of the dopest MCs that I recall listening to. One Piece of Strong Arm Steady Gang. You might have seen him in Black Lightning. Just the all-out standout dude, man. He is been cast as, where my stuff at? Tombstone. Tombstone has been cast, man. Tombstone has been, and I'm glad if this holds true. Now they're saying it's true, so I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, Sony has cast Marvin Jones III as Tombstone, which is a major Spider-Man villain. We all know he voiced the character in the Spider-Man animated films, and now he's stepping into live action. The film is going to be directed by Daniel Destin Creighton. Produced paused on the movie because Tom Holland and fell and cracked his head. He got a concussion. He out here doing the tour talk. Let me not say that, but he got a concussion. But the release date is supposed to be July 31st, 2026. You know what I'm saying? So with Tombstone coming to live action, that's like a big major power move. It's needed. I love to see Spider-Man have more grounded characters, and I think this opens up the world for Spider-Man a little bit more because Tombstone is damn near on some Wilson Fisk, on some Kingpin type stuff. You know what I mean? So, and if you're reading the comics now, at one point, they had the gang war storyline going on, and now he owns all one side, all the way from Hell's Kitchen to I forgot. A big chunk of New York City is his playground now. He took all the gangs; they all running up under him now. I think it makes for a dope storyline in Brand New Day if they're doing something. Because I really do think the gang war storyline would make sense with what's going on. Wilson Fisk is mayor; he was mayor in the gang war storyline. We bring Tombstone in. Maybe we can. I'm sorry. Fisk was not mayor. Fisk was out. He was Luke Cage was mayor. I take that back. I'm sorry. Luke Cage was mayor. But it still fits. It still all fits. Still all fits. Let's read this article. You know, I got these articles for days, man. I like, damn, Blue just be reading. I like to read, man. I like to read. Hope y'all don't mind. I just like to read. I don't mind reading. Don't mind reading. So think of me as an audio book. Think of me as an audio book. I got y'all. I got y'all. So Spider-Man Brand New Day taps into the Spider-Verse. Tombstone started leaping to live action. The Marvel Studios film shakes things up with the addition of Marvin Jones III as Tombstone. While production is currently paused for Spider-Man Brand New Day, Sony Pictures is making sure to let us know that the show's not stopping. Even more casting announcements on the way. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse villain Tombstone is making his way to Spider-Man Brand New Day as Deadline reports that Marvin Jones III from Black Lightning will be reprising an animated role in live action. Deadline further reports that Jones purportedly returned to voice Tombstone once more in the upcoming Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, having skipped the middle entry in the trilogy 2023's Across the Spider-Verse. One of the many crime bosses of Spider-Man's rogue gallery, Tombstone is usually depicted as an imposing black person with albinism. So he's an albino. He has sharp chompers and granite-like skin that is hard to cut. The creation by writer Jerry Conway and artist Alex Suviak first made the Marvel Comics debut in Web of Spider-Man 36, March 1988, and has been a staple of Spidey's criminal underworld ever since. Given Tombstone's recent appearance in the Spider-Verse films, there's no doubt going to be a lot of speculation that Brand New Day could potentially give us the MCU's own take on Miles. Highly doubtful. I just don't think Miles is coming to the MCU. The recent casting of Liza Zayas from The Bear and Tremble Tillman from Severance has also left fans wondering if the Morales family in some way will be a presence. And of course, Miles' Uncle Aaron already appeared to Spider-Man Homecoming, played by Donald Glover. Whether or not we see Miles or any other Spidey Sona in Brand New Day, Jones is joining a stacked cast of familiar faces that include John Barenthal as the Punisher, Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk, Michael Mando returning as Homecoming's version of Scorpion, and despite its current production delay, Spider-Man Brand New Day is still currently set to be released July 31st, 2026. I'm hyped. Tombstone, over probably the course of the last 3 to 4 years, has become one of my favorite villains. You know what I'm saying? Marvin Jones, aka Crondon, the job he did in Black Lightning, if he can pull that over into now, and they're kind of the same character. If you think about the character that he played in Black Lightning and Tombstone, they're almost the same character, almost, right? But this to me can put him on a whole different, you know what I'm saying? Because Black Lightning on the CW, as dope as that show was, it was on the CW, and wasn't nobody watching the CW. I don't know how many people was checking for the Arrowverse around that time. I would like for them to bring Black Lightning back in some capacity in the DCU, but wasn't nobody checking for Black Lightning like that. I don't want to say it was a wasted role or wasted acting that he did, because I think he did a dope job. But to see him come on and take, like, he fits the bill. He's black. He's an albino. You know what I'm saying? Nice imposing frame on him. I think this is the perfect, because I don't know any too many we had some black albino twins in high school, but I don't know if they act or anything like that. So I don't know too many black albino actors. I would have to look that up. But I know he gonna kill it, man. He did a dope job in Black Lightning. Dope job in Black Lightning. So plus, like I said, Tombstone seems to be gaining a lot of traction. He was also in the Spider-Man cartoon. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man? He was in that Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man cartoon that just came out. I think that was the top of the year. Top of this year it came out. That's another good thing. So Tombstone is gaining traction. I want to see the makeup, what they do with the prosthetics, with his teeth. You know what I'm saying? And I still want to know this storyline. I still would love to know what this storyline is. I know it's Brand New Day, and it's but the thing is, Marvel loves to take the title of a comic book run and place it into a movie that has nothing to do with the comic book run. So we got to be aware of the okey doke when it comes to fraudulent Feige. We got to be, you know what I'm saying? We got to watch out because he will okey doke. He will okey doke. You know what I mean? So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think this is a good casting? You know, are you hyped about Tombstone's appearance? Or are you worried that Spider-Man Brand New Day might have too many villains in it? Is this gonna be another Spider-Man 3 situation? Was that Spider-Man 3? Yeah, where it was all these villains. You had Sandman, you had Green Goblin, is Harry is green as the new Green Goblin. You had Venom. They teased Black Cat in it. Like you just had a lot of villains in that. Hopefully they do this correctly. Hopefully everything is tight with this movie. But you know, Spider-Man too big to fail. I hate to say that. Spider-Man is too big to fail. People love Spidey. He might be the most. Who is the most famous? Who do y'all think is the most famous superhero? Would y'all say it would be Spider-Man, or is it Batman, or is it Superman? Now that I think about it, but I think it's out of those three, right? Spider-Man, Batman, Superman. Out of those three, got to be the most famous. So yeah, man, y'all let me know. Are y'all hyped about Tombstone? Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Let me know in the comments. Let's keep this thing moving. Let's get into the debate topic. I know what a lot of y'all here for. Y'all here for that debate topic. Y'all here for that debate topic. Endgame versus Doomsday, man. Endgame versus Doomsday, man. And when I say that, I'm talking about as far as who's gonna win the battle. As far and I ain't even talking about sales. I mean, well, I guess I'm talking sales and what's the better movie? Who's gonna show up? Are the fans gonna show up for Doomsday the same way they showed up for Endgame? Are they? Or are y'all under the belief that I'm under the belief I think the movie would be successful, but I don't see it being big. I don't see it making the splash that a lot of because I saw I was watching it wasn't a Pantheon, it was the afternoon with Darius and Chill. And Darius is in it seemed like Darius is in love. And I'm like, Darius, I don't know if this movie gonna be, you know, this is what I'm saying to myself as I'm watching. I'm like, I just don't they got an uphill battle to climb. You know what I'm saying? They gotta go uphill with a lot of their stuff because a lot of people have fell off and moved on to different things. The brand ain't as safe as it once was. The brand is not untouchable. The brand got chinks in the armor. The brand is missing a couple, you know what I'm saying? When something be falling off, like you missing a couple things. The brand is not all that anymore. So the article I'm gonna pull up, this is basically what they're gonna be talking about. The audience analysis shows that Endgame remains the most popular among average MCU fans. Over Doomsday and current news releases, some metrics favor legacy and nostalgia. And that's 100% true. See, the thing is, like I've been telling people, the people who were buying the Marvel stuff, the people who were spending the money were the people in my age bracket. And if you are a Gen X to Gen Z, what they call them a Zennial, or if you're a millennial, that 1970s, that 1980s, 1990s, early 2000s, that time period, the nostalgia of that time period is infectious, right? Yes, nostalgia bait will get us every time. Every time. Newer films might have bigger budgets, but the traction isn't always matching the emotional lock-in that Endgame had for us. And that's one of the biggest things that I keep saying is we are not emotionally invested into Marvel as of right now. They haven't given us anything to lock in emotionally in or on, I should say. We out here just watching movies just to see if the movie gonna be good, but there are no stakes. We don't really care. So you can't have a moment like Endgame because we're not invested that way. We are real shallow right now. I hate to say it. The fandom is hella shallow right now. Endgame still holds fans the love, the affection. You know what I'm saying? Like the prom king years later. But the question is because Endgame was good, or because everything after that just, I don't know. It's like just bad. So we just look into what was good and we just stopping there. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Has Marvel peaked? Is Doomsday or whatever the next God, you know what I'm saying? Is it gonna be uh the one that breaks the back into the level of obsession? Like, is Doomsday gonna make the rabbit fans show back up, the regular degular show back up, the comic book nerds show back up, the men that they say that they lost, the boys or the men or whatever that they say, are they gonna be showing up just for Doom? Maybe. Maybe they do show up just for Doom. Maybe this is one of the biggest of all time. Biggest movie releases of all time. Excuse me, man. I'm trying to hang in there with y'all, but I'm tired, buddies. I'm tired, brothers. But yeah, is the battle that they got, I just don't see them. This is a hard fought battle, man, that they gotta make. They got a lot of ground to make up. They got a lot of pieces they gotta put back together, man. And I just don't see them doing it. Just don't see them doing it. Shit. I don't. I don't. Now this Forbes article is hella long. Hella long. But let's get into it. I'm gonna share it anyway. Share it anyway. Let's get into it. Oops. Says the hurdle Disney faces in trying to attract audiences back to theaters to watch its upcoming Marvel superhero extravaganza, Avengers Doomsday, has been revealed in data showing how high a bar it's set with the movie's predecessor. Marvel dominated the box office for 11 years. We know that. Iron Man was the first movie in 2008, revolutionary, groundbreaking its characters into reality and connecting its storyline across a series of multiple movies. We know that, right? Split they would do that, split the movies into phases and call it a day, and we ate it up. We ate it up. But as we all know, all, if you know what I'm saying, for the fair majority of its stars, its biggest stars anyway, from the previous 20 movies that they put out in that 10-year time span, all left, all up and left, all up and left. So think of the power that they had. 2008's Avengers Infinity War to a $2 billion box office, while its sequel Avengers Endgame did even better the following year. So I always said Marvel is living off its old work, and you can't live off your old work. Beautiful feat that they did in 2018 and 2000 set was 19. Beautiful. But you can't live off your old work. They were so good they took the crown from Avatar. But you can't live off your old work. The Endgame became a cultural phenomenon and made natural conclusions to the series. It has been downhill ever since. That's because they don't know how to link. They don't have the good storytellers. They don't have the good creative talent in them C-suites to do a yay or nay on storyline, on character, on setting. These just dudes in suits. Instead of quitting while it was ahead, Marvel mined the depths of comic book archives that its movies are based on. This led to pictures about increasingly obscure and cartoony characters with strayed far from the realistic origins of its series. It alienated many adults, and the problem was compounded by the pandemic. So this article is saying the zany, loony, crazy characters that Marvel started sliding in, and this is kind of a backhanded. This ain't a compliment, but this is a backhanded James Gunn, because pretty sure they're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy with this, which I think everybody loved for the most part. Rocket, Gamora, Star-Lord, Groot. I think everybody enjoyed that film. Now, money, I don't know how much money it was making. Do not know. Said Disney commissioned a slew of superhero content for a streaming platform just to satisfy millions of people. We already know. Terrible idea is what they did. Terrible idea. So once the followers missed on MCU movie, it kickstarted a very cycle as it made them more reluctant to watch the next one in case they didn't understand it. In turn, they thought the next would be even harder to follow and so on. Once they got it out of viewing, habit become harder to tempt them back. Basically, that is saying that people looked at things and was like, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Do I want to spend that? Do I want to spend that? Or we could just go home and watch Netflix. So they ran them away when the price point, right? The movie bad and the price point bad. Just ran you away. So once followers missed one MCU movie, kids, I already read that. So nevertheless, Disney wasn't deterred, and instead of bringing the cartoon curtain down on Marvel, it began to skew it more towards a younger audience, which hadn't returned to work. It led to the movies being more offensive. I never really thought of that. I never thought that they just took a concerted effort and said, hey, let's aim for a younger demographic. But after hearing that, yeah, it makes sense. After hearing them say that, yeah, it makes sense. A younger demographic. Makes sense. So seemingly aware that this strategy wasn't bearing fruit, Disney tried to return Marvel to its adult roots with two latest movies. Thunderbolts in May had the dark theme of depression, while July's Fantastic Four was set in a retro future version in the 1960s. I don't know how they thought adult and said, let's put the Fantastic Four in the 60s. I get nostalgia. Like I just sat up here and talked about nostalgia. We love nostalgia, but damn. Really? Really? So this is almost precisely in line with a persistent prediction made by expert industry pundit Valiant Renegade back in 2023 when he said Marvel had lost north of 60% of its audience since Endgame. Despite this, Disney didn't just continue monitoring on with the Marvel juggernaut. It placed its biggest bet yet. Entertainment industry gamblers didn't come up much greater than next year's Avengers Doomsday, originally called Avengers the Kang Dynasty. The plot of the movie had to be rewritten when Jonathan Majors, who was due to play its antagonist, was found guilty. Downey Jr. himself stepped into the breach, and despite being killed off in Endgame, he decided to return to play the villainous Doctor Doom in the retitled Avengers Doomsday. It instantly put the film on the map, but also caused confusion with his former co-star Gwyneth Paltrow asking him on Instagram, "I don't get it. Are you a baddie now?" What I really want to show is this graph right here. This graph is Google searches. Let me see if I can make this big for y'all, because I'm gonna show you how much people just don't care about Endgame no more. Like I think that boat has just sailed. So this graph right here, as y'all can see, Google searches for Avengers have plummeted after release of Endgame in 2019. This is Google Trends. Plummeted. You see the curve right here. Plummeted. Had some good. Oh, I ain't even gonna say that's good traction, but had some peaks and valleys. But this is the big one. This was the draw when you was the man, right? And as time persisted, your draw went down, and you went and got with Ice Cube of all people. When it got Ice Cube, that's cool. That's cool. The Avengers reached peak popularity with the score of 100, which represents the maximum relative interest worldwide rather than the absolute number of searches. In contrast, Avengers scored just 5 this month, even though Doomsday is due to debut in 15 months. Current score is also far off the second highest peak of 55 in May 2018 when Infinity War was released. And although Avengers had a score of 5 a year before that movie hit theaters, it didn't dip below 12 during the year before Endgame's premiere. Such was the intensity of interest in Avengers in the run-up to Endgame that Captain Marvel, which was released in 2019, grossed a staggering 1.1 billion, even though audiences only gave it a rating of 45%. I think I think people was watching that movie. I know people like say, "Oh, I didn't watch it. I didn't like it." But $1.1 billion, y'all was doing repeat viewing of that movie. Y'all was doing repeat viewing of that movie. I don't want to hear that. I do not want to hear that. Y'all was repeat. I had repeat viewing. Repeat viewing, man. But let's get back to the points, to the debate points. Does nostalgia unfairly give Endgame staying power, even though if newer MCU storytelling is more complex? I don't think MCU storytelling, you know what, you're right. It is more complex. It's so complex that it's stupid. It's stupid. It is stupid. Stupid. So are current MCU films hampered by comparison, making it hard to stand out on their own? Uh, Hampered by comparison, making it hard to stand on their own. I won't say that. MCU just got bad. Just got bad. Just got bad. Just got bad. Could Avengers Doomsday or upcoming releases ever surpass Endgame in cultural weight? I don't think so because it was the first of its kind. That's another thing too. It was the first of its kind. It's hard to replicate that magic. The genie might have went back into the bottle, and you can't rub that mug to get it to come out no more. They might just have lost the locker room per se, which is the audience. You know, you hear about coaches losing to the locker room. Feige might have lost the locker room. The fraudulent one has lost the locker room. That's how I look at it. He lost the locker room. That the cultural way to end game is it's because of the build up too. There is no build up with Doomsday. There is no build up. So we just finna jump in blind. Jump in. And the fraudulent one know that. He know that. Feige, y'all know y'all ain't got nothing over there. And this y'all are reaching. Y'all are reaching. And you know, normally what happens when the coach loses the locker room, when it can't get the players to follow suit, they fire him. So I'm looking at the fraudulent one like this is a make or break movie for you, dog. It's a make or break movie for the fraudulent one. If this don't do what it needs to do, it is over. Ovey. Okay, nobody help. I think they're gonna be walking you up out of there, fraudulent one. Walking you right on up out of there, man. Nah, he is not the one above all six. He is not. The one above all would be who is that over there now? Bob Iger. That's the one above all, man. But it's hard to really compare these two because I don't think Doomsday is gonna make the money. Well, it's not hard. You can compare it. Doomsday is not gonna make the money. The end game made, right? That might be a unfair biased comparison because we all know the state of Marvel right now. When Endgame was doing this thing, it was at its height. Right now, Marvel is in its journeyman stage as a basketball player, right? It no longer play both sides of the ball. No longer pick up the opponent full court. None of that. You're not a 3-and-D guy no more. Now you're just a spot up shooter. Can't make your own shot. You got to do the spot up shoot thing. So yeah, the one responsible above all, maybe, yeah. Right, Stamina, one responsible, man. But I don't know. I thought I really wanted to do it. I don't, because I want to debate that. There's really no debate. Endgame is going to stay up there. Endgame, I think, is, what is it, number 2 right now? Number 3. The avatars, I think, got the top spot. And if we talking revenue that's generated, highest grossing, it is not. I don't think it comes anywhere close to what Endgame did. I just don't. I don't. I don't see Doomsday being that big money maker. I see it making money, being successful. But if we put it up against Endgame, because there's no emotion associated with it. No emotion associated with this movie. We just showing up. Just showing up. So, yeah, man. Yep. Y'all let me know though. I'm not finna sit here and debate this Feige. No, this shouldn't even be talk. I thought this was gonna be more talk than what it was, but ain't nothing to really talk about. Doomsday's gonna have his lunch taken by Endgame. Lunch taken. Give me I got your lunch, like Turbo on breaking. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. We talked it was a good show today. I really enjoyed it. I still roll Stankonia loud every October 31st. So we got Stankonia. Nexstar still acting a fool. Still acting a fool. Tombstone, I be your Huckleberry. You know, the man. I forget what's his name. I can't remember his real. I don't know why I won't call him Marvin. But that's dope. Then we got Endgame. Endgame. Is Endgame gonna be bringing people to the theaters? How many you got? Bring them all to the theater. Whole squad. So yeah, tonight's ride, man. That's it. That's it for tonight, man. House gang. I appreciate y'all, man. We celebrating Stankonia 25 years, cuz 25 years. Called out media silence. We are welcoming in Tombstone. And we asking whether Marvel's crown is still ours to wear. If you vibed, hit that like button. Please hit that like. I don't care how many in here streaming right now. Please hit the like. Please hit them thumbs up, man. Share this with your people, with your homies, your moms, your cousin, whoever. Just share it. That helps too. Trust me. Just you hitting the share button. I don't care who you share, but hitting that share button. Like it, hit the share button. Share it to some rando, but that really helps. They look at shares, and I hate to go off on this tangent, but shares really help. So please share it. Please share it, man. Please share it. So yeah, y'all come back tomorrow, man. The topics, I don't know yet. Might do something horror themed. You know what I'm saying? Probably be some more Spider-Man news tomorrow. I might just go over like his most significant rogues gallery. I think that'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and much more, man. Appreciate everybody. You know what the deal is. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Y'all take it easy, be safe. And like that there, we are outie 5,000. Peace around. This concludes today's broadcast from Blues News. We hope you enjoyed tonight's programming and the time we've shared together. Right. Always be about being authentic. Drop like that. Drop to what it was March, so that we added to the slate on the strength of an exception. So I think it's confidence. I think that Blues News is dedicated to bringing you the very best in pop culture, music, and conversation, serving viewers everywhere, every day. On behalf of our staff and crew, We thank you for watching. We'll return tomorrow with more entertainment, insight, and fun for the whole house gang. Good night and good luck.